So please join me in welcoming Mr. Farid Kamarudin, Executive Director of AmIslamic Funds Management.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My task today is to actually introduce to all of you a fund that we recently launched. We name it as M Global Sukuk Fund. It is a fund that invests in sukuks globally. Specifically, it invests in US dollar sukuks. But before I talk about the M Global Sukuk, let me touch and talk about the company that I am in. I am from AmIslamic Funds Management company. We are part of the M-Bank Group, which is based in Malaysia. Within the M-Bank Group, we have Funds Management Division. Within Funds Management Division, there are 3 licensed fund management company, one of which is us, AmIslamic Funds Management. We are one of the 18 licensed Islamic funds manager in Malaysia. In terms of the types of funds that we manage, in addition to global sukuk fund, we do manage a lot of other instruments. We have equity funds, both locally and also regionally. Specifically, as we are based in Asia, we specialize in Asian equity funds. We also have local sukuk fund. We also have global sukuk fund and structured Islamic funds, so on and so forth. Now, let's talk about the fund that I am introducing to you now. Okay, I think it is an interesting time for sukuk players in the market, especially for sukuk fund managers. If you go back several years ago, I think managing a global sukuk fund faced a very challenging issue. And the biggest issue then was the fact that there are not enough instruments or assets in the market. But I think these main challenges have actually changed, and especially for this year, I think in terms of the assets or the instruments that are available in the market, I think they have increased substantially. In fact, if you look at the next the next slide, you can see that for the year 2012, the expectation is for global sukuk issuers to reach 125 billion for the year 2012, which is a new high. In fact, due to adequate supply coming into the market, I think I'm sure you know that there are a lot of players coming into the market, introducing to you global sukuk funds. Now, there are one of the things that I would like to share with you are the value proposition with regards to global sukuk funds. I think one of the most important value proposition is the fact that if you look at a sukuk fund, similar to a fixed income fund, it has a very relatively low volatility. And this is proven, and if you look at the slides as shown on the slide, equities as an asset class have very much higher volatilities. And because of this, one of the strongest value proposition with regard to a global sukuk fund is that it gives reasonable return with, reasonable or much lower volatility. And this, to be very honest with you, whenever I go and meet clients, either locally in Malaysia or outside Malaysia, this appeals to a lot of potential clients. The fact that this asset class, it is able to generate reasonable return with a volatility of around 3 to 4%. So it is a very good value proposition. The next value proposition, again related to what I have highlighted earlier, is the fact that not only a Sukuk fund has lower volatility compared to, for example, an equity fund. If you look at the slides, the return for Sukuk fund do exceed equity fund. And if you look at this slide, we are showing for a period of 3 year and 5 year. If you look at the global Sukuk fund, which is the green color lines, the green color lines represent an index, which is a Dow Jones Sukuk index, and it is a pure passive Sukuk index. And if you look at the performance for both 3 year and 5 year, it managed to outperform conventional equity funds. And again, as I said, this is a very good value proposition for our clients. Similarly, this is for a period of 3 and 5 years. Not only do we compare with equity funds, we also compare the global Sukuk against conventional bond fund. And again, global Sukuk do outperform conventional fund for both 3 and 5 year period. I think one of the reasons why the performance for global Sukuk has been extremely well is the fact that majority of the Sukuk issuances came from emerging markets. And as you know, as of now, at present, majority of the issuance either come from Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia, or they come from Middle East. Issuers from Saudi Arabia, issuers from United Arab Emirates, and these issuers are part of the emerging markets. And as you know, at current present, there are a lot of issues in the developed market. If you talk about the European countries, they are busy with their debt problems. If you talk about the US markets, they are busy with their housing problems. So because of all these issues, emerging markets seems to be able to attract funds, to be able to attract investment to these countries. And global Sukuk, the issuers being part of these countries, seems to benefit from this movement in the market. This slide shows the appetite with regards to emerging market debts. Again, it is showing that year on year, there has been continuous growth, continuous inflows to emerging market debt, and part of it is also to the Sukuk funds and also to Sukuks. I'm going to skip this slide. Okay, now about the fund that I am introducing to you. It is named M Global Sukuk. It is intended to invest in Sukuk globally, which means that it can go anywhere, wherever there is any issuance of Sukuk in the market. It can buy local Malaysian Sukuks. It can buy GCC US dollar Sukuks. What it means is that it then has the ability to also, if the strategy is right, to gain from currency gain. So that is another benefit from this global Sukuk fund. In terms of the asset allocation, the target asset allocation is to have 70% to 98% of the fund invested in Sukuk. In terms of the benchmark, we are recommending a combination of Dow Jones Sukuk Index as well as the Bursa Malaysia IBM Sukuk Index, 50%, 50%. We here, for Global Sukuk Fund, we understand that there are some special requirement with regards to Global Sukuk in terms of the acceptable structure for the Sukuk Fund. Here we are going to work closely with Amani Advisors as our Sharia advisor. Amani will advise us in order for us what can be part of the universe for this particular fund so that it is acceptable globally. So in this case, there are certain structures that we will have to avoid in order to make it globally acceptable. Yes, we are working with Amani. In terms of currency exposure, as I mentioned earlier, the fund may invest in any currencies that issue a Sukuk. I have explained about asset allocation. In terms of credit rating, at the moment, there is no limitation with regards to credit rating. But mind you, internally within our company, we have a very strong credit monitoring system. We do a proper selection. We do go through a proper credit committee in terms of presenting what we can and cannot buy. We are going to be in Oman for the next couple of days. I have a booth outside. If any of you are interested to know more about Global Sukuk Fund or any other funds that we have, please do come to our booth outside, and maybe we can share a lot more with all of you. Thank you very much.